Welcome back to Fraction Sense Part 4, where we get to subtraction as computation. But I want to begin by reviewing one more important aspect about fractional sense. And it's the fact that a fraction represents a number of equal-sized pieces compared to the total pieces that make one unit. So if I write 3/3, your child should recognize that that's what it takes to make that one whole unit. So if I write 1/3, that's only one piece out of the 3 that it would take to make that one whole unit. So make sure they're comfortable with talking about things like 3/3, 4/4, 5/5, and so on. Another bit of review here is discussing why 1/3 equals 2/6 and how to convert to get equivalent fractions. So here we have 1/3, here we have 2/6, same amount of space regarding the one whole unit. And we can see that we're multiplying both numerator and denominator by 2. And that's because we have twice as many pieces to make the original size piece. So that times 2 comes from doubling the number of pieces. As opposed to over here, where 1/3 equals 4/12, same amount of space, but the multiplier here is 4, because it takes 4 times as many pieces to make the same amount of good old one whole unit. So make sure your child has some strong understanding of that. A great place to begin subtraction is by subtracting fraction amounts from one whole. That way, the kids really get a sense of what one whole is and how to remove things from it. Or another important use of words is, say, difference between 1 and 2/3, but that could probably come later. So if I have 1 and I remove or subtract 2/3, there's 1/3 left. And that should make total sense, because thinking about it as a fact family in reverse, 2/3 and 1/3 brings us back to that one whole unit. Same thing with even taking away 2/6. If you subtract 2/6, you have 4 left. So again, your child should see that 4/6 and 2/6 recomprises to make that one whole unit. So practice a number of those just to get them comfortable. Also still seeing that things like 6/6 equals 1 and 3/3 equals 1, that can't be practiced enough. It's really important to lock that in. When you begin fraction subtraction, you should start with the opportunity for the child to just have to make one denominator change. So here I know that halves can be broken up into 4/8, and that's a good place to start. So like I said, with this one, you would ask the child, if you have 7/8 and you remove 1/2, they would line it up to see that 1/2 is equivalent to 4/8. So they're essentially removing 4/8 from 7/8, and you're left with the difference of 3/8. And then you should review with them and then talk about why the equivalence is the same as multiplying numerator and denominator by 4, because you see it in the representation of 1/2 compared to 4/8. So make sure you relate all these things together early and often, and they'll get it, and they won't be confused when they're just trying to solve mathematically and not seeing this, because they'll see this in their head. Here's one more important example with a unique aspect at the end. So 5/6 minus 1/3. If you have 5/6 and your child takes out 1/3 and lines it up, they'll see that 1/3 equals 2/6. So 5/6 minus 2/6 is equal to 3/6. And now you can start talking to your child about, sometimes it's easiest to think about fractions as the biggest piece that covers one whole. So even though 3/6 is an answer and it's the correct answer, talk about equivalent fractions that are larger. And so if they can see that 1/2 equals 3/6, when I say larger, I mean, again, a larger piece, so that it covers up more of the original unit. So 3/6 is equivalent to 1/2. So these are equivalent answers. And if you want to say you call this simplifying, that is what we're doing. When we say simplify, with fractions, it means find the biggest piece size. Thanks for watching today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also look for many more fraction videos I've made that I posted on TikTok and Instagram through Super Teacher Guy. So in lesson 5, we're going to finally cover that big bear where you have to convert both fractions into smaller pieces before you can calculate. Because yes, the answer to this problem is not 2 once. But many kids think it is. Your child will not. They're going to be brilliant. Thanks, bye.